Hey guys, Woods Farm here. Just going to do a quick little video and show you how I made a fountain for our pond. And it's pretty simple, and you can use some pretty easy to find stuff, and it's pretty inexpensive. There's a lot of options. You can go online and buy a lot of pond pumps and all the stuff, but it can end up costing a lot of money. So I'll show you the system I've got rigged up, and it's worked pretty good for the last 4 or 5 years. Here's our pond. This is man-made. It's about 12 feet deep. We had this dug several years ago, and it fills with water pretty good because the water table is very high here. Some years when it's really dry, the water level will drop down, but generally it doesn't get any lower than maybe 6 feet deep. And right now it's right up at the top, so it's probably 12 or 13 feet deep. So the setup I'm using is just an old jacuzzi pump. And I see these on Swap and Sell for anywhere from like 50 to 100 bucks, sometimes cheaper. In fact, I actually got this one for free. And the housing that it's in is actually a dog house. Same thing, picked this up for free just on the side of the road. And I did have to buy some material to get this to work. The pipe is just the cheap pipe that you buy for a sump pump. And then I have a bit of ABS coming out for the intake. The other thing I rigged up is the actual fountain head is a piece of ABS. And I have this roughly measured out to the right depth. If I put it in the right spot, it'll just be above the water line. And again, it's just rigged up and attached with some of the hose that you use for a sub pump. So this stuff's all pretty cheap, just some hose clamps and some ABS. What you will need is on the intake pipe right there, you'll have to have a check valve and some sort of screen to protect it from having debris get sucked in. But again, that's something you can rig up pretty easy. Now the drawback to a system like this is that the hose that goes out to the fountain head will float on the top of the water, and so you kind of can see that a bit. And there is a little bit of noise from the pump, but very inexpensive, easy to rig up. You can get all this stuff at a yard sale. You don't have to go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on an actual pond fountain pump. And the reason we have a fountain is because we found that it really helps aerate the pond, and it keeps the algae down significantly. Without the pump, there's definitely an algae will start to creep in and cover the top of it, but the pump seems to really, the fountain I should say, really seems to help that. Okay, so it's working. Just got to prime the pump. It can be a little tricky. It took me a couple tries. The check valve pretty much is a requirement, because if you try to prime it, the water will just run right out. So it's not that powerful. I think the pump has slowed down a little bit over the last couple of years. It used to go up a couple of feet, but really the main thing is that it is creating bubbles and circulating the water. And I also believe the ripples actually send all the debris out to the edges of the pond, so it keeps it a lot cleaner as well. So definitely worthwhile. And it's a really cheap, easy project to do if you got a pond. And like I said, you can find all this stuff at yard sales, on swap and sell, that kind of thing. Anyways, hopefully this video gave you some ideas and helped you out. And if you want to see more videos like this from the Woods Farm, definitely like and subscribe. If you got any comments about this setup, leave them below. I usually answer pretty quickly. And as always, thanks for watching.